Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dave Paterson from Wemakethings, and today I'm going to take you through some of our new 2020 product from all of our brands here in-house here in Cologne, Germany. So we're going to kick things off with WETHEPEOPLE. The new 2020 line of WETHEPEOPLE frames and parts are available now worldwide. So pretty much most of the stuff you'll see here today, you can go to your local bike shop, favorite mail order, and pick yourself up a new setup. So we've got a bunch of new product for 2020. One thing we're really hyped on is the latest edition of Felix Prangenberg's signature Pathfinder Frame. Biggest change this year is the shorter chainstay. The Pathfinder Frame now has a 12.75 chainstay. Felix wanted his bike a little bit shorter, a bit more responsive, and he wanted to go to a longer 21-inch top tube. So by making the back end shorter and going a little bit longer on the top tube, he essentially was able to ride a bike that felt similar, but was a little bit more comfortable. The main thing on the Pathfinder frame, which really sets it apart from our other frames and other frames on the market, are the extruded chainstays and the bottom bracket shell. So when it came to designing the Pathfinder frame 2 years ago, the first thing Felix was really passionate about was making the chainstays and bottom bracket a lot more resistant to grinding and just general damage. So we developed our own special chainstay, which uses an offset thickness. So it's thicker on the bottom where you're likely to hit it on grinds, and it's thinner on the top where you don't need as much material. It's the same with the bottom bracket shell. If you look carefully, you can see the bottom bracket shell is thicker on the bottom where you're going to hit it on crookeds, crank arm grinds, but it's thinner at the top. So essentially this makes the Pathfinder frame incredibly resistant to damage, but not actually that much heavier. Another cool feature on the Pathfinder frame is the taller 9.35 standover height and the steeper 76-degree head tube angle. As with all of our frames, the Pathfinder frame is covered by our full lifetime guarantee, and the new version of Felix's frame with the new graphics is available now in 27.5, 21-inch top tube, in Taxi Cab Yellow, and it's also available in Ghost Grey and Raw. So in addition to the newest version of Felix's Pathfinder frame, we've given all of his signature parts a bit of a revamp. So the Pathfinder 4-piece bar is a really popular product for us. People all around the world are hyped on these things. So for 2020, these bars feature new graphics to match with the frame. So the Pathfinder 4-piece bar is available in 9, 9.6 and 10-inch rise, in regular 22.2 and the oversized 25.4 clamping. In addition to his 4-piece bar, Felix wanted to change it up from time to time and also ride a 2-piece bar. So we worked with him on a 2-piece version of his signature Pathfinder bar. So aside from having the same geometry and angles, the 2-piece version is obviously a little bit lighter than a 4-piece bar because it's got multiple budded tubing. We also made the 2-piece bars a little bit shorter at 28, just to simulate a little bit more what Felix actually rides, so he doesn't have to cut them down. And the 2-piece bar is available in 9-inch rise and 9.6 in both the regular 22.2 and the bigger 25.4 oversized clamping, which is what Felix and most of the guys on the team actually ride. The next product in Felix's Pathfinder line is his sprocket. The Pathfinder sprocket is a really thick 8mm alloy sprocket with 9 points of rotation. It's a super durable street sprocket that's meant to withstand bashes, everything you can throw at it. A cool new product we introduced not that long ago is the Pathfinder guard. So essentially if you have Felix's sprocket already, you can buy the guard separately, bolt it on, and you're ready to go. The guard is available in 25 and 28 and actually attaches to the sprocket using regular sprocket bolts, which are an affordable and really strong way of attaching the guard onto the sprocket. Felix's sprocket is available now in 25 tooth and 28 tooth, and it's available as the Pathfinder sprocket, the Pathfinder sprocket and the guard, or just the guard on its own if you already own a sprocket. Quick costume change because these lights are incredibly hot. So a new frame for 2020 is the Envy XLT. So the Envy frame has always followed the complete bike, and the Envy complete bike for us it's a way for us to show where we feel like BMX is heading. And this year the Envy is all about basically being a lighter weight version of a modern day BMX. So The Envy frame, we didn't do anything crazy. We didn't drill holes anywhere where they didn't need to be. We just took what we thought a modern all-around frame is, and we tried to slim it down in the areas where we could do it, but not remove any material in areas where we shouldn't do. You'll notice on the Envy XLT frame that it has a lot more tapered chainstays and seat stays than our other frames. It also has a little bit smaller dropout, but that's still 6mm thick. So the idea was to create a dropout that gives you plenty of hub guard and peg clearance without being too big or too heavy. The Envy XLT frame is available now in 20.75, 21 and 21.25 inch top tube options in this metallic anthracite. If you're looking for a bike that keeps weight down to a minimum, but still want to ride a We The People frame, which is still covered by our lifetime guarantee, then the Envy could be the perfect frame for you. So aside from all of our new frames, we've got some of the classics back in stock. The Dylan Lloyd Buck frame is one of our most popular We The People frames. Anyone that knows Dylan knows he absolutely sends it and loves this frame. This thing is tall, it's sturdy, it's durable, it's everything you could need. Dylan's frame is now available in this matte translucent purple, and it is available in 20.5, 20.75 and 21 inch top tube lengths. We've also got Jordan Godwin's signature Doomsayer frame back in stock. This frame really took off last year. We're stoked to see so many people riding it. So when we first sat down with Jordan, he really wanted to do something a little bit different. The first thing he wanted was a super tall bottom bracket. So the bottom bracket on the Doomsayer frame is 11.9 inches. And the reason for this is that Jordan rides a 28-tooth sprocket, but does a lot of crooked grinds. And he just wanted to give himself as much sprocket clearance as possible. The Doomsayer also has a 76.2 degree head tube angle, which is probably the steepest head tube angle of any BMX frame ever. This thing really shortens the wheelbase. So if you're riding a 20.75 frame, you can go up to a 21 inch frame and have effectively the same wheelbase. It just keeps the front wheel really nice and maneuverable and creates a super responsive, snappy frame. Although the geometry is pretty far out on this frame, we've been inundated with people all around the world who have just fallen in love with it. So we're really hyped how the Doomsayer frame has come out. And for 2020, the frame is available in raw, black, and a new pastel blue color. The Battleship is our We The People team frame. The Battleship frame really exploded a couple of years ago when we put it out there. The Battleship is really noticeable for the hydroformed top tube and down tube, and the shorter 12.7 chainstay and the taller 9-inch standover height. Since we brought this frame out, we've been hyped to see so many around the world. For this year, we decided to give it a little bit of a makeover. As you can see, it's got a fresh set of graphics. This year, the Battleship frame has an InvestCast C-clamp, and the frame is also going to have removable brake hardware. So the Battleship is now available in black, chrome, and this new lilac color, which also comes in the matching Battleship fork. So following the frame, the Battleship fork is a super strong street fork. It's got a lifetime guarantee, just like the frame. The Battleship fork has a shorter 24mm offset, so matches perfectly with the steeper head tube angle and short back end. But yeah, so new lilac color available now on the Battleship frame. And also a couple of our new products. The Logic pedal and the remote grip are two new products we introduced last year, and they are now available in the same lilac color to go with the Battleship frame and fork. So if you've got an all black bike, just want to add a little bit more color, we now offer something a little bit different. Every year when it comes to designing a new product line, we're always talking with the pro team and our riders around the world just to see what we can do differently, what can we offer that will help them ride as well as they can. For 2020, we wanted to work on 2 new team stems with all of our riders, and the end result is the Logic stem series. The Logic stem comes in a top load version, you might notice from a couple of our complete bikes, and a new front load version. The cool thing is a lot of the team this year actually wanted to ride a taller bar and a front load stem. And so we started working with them on a stem which matched the top load one we'd already worked on and borrowed a lot of the same features, but also offered something a little bit new. So the Logic front load stem has a shorter 48mm reach, and it has a sunken part for your headset cap, and a wider 48mm faceplate with larger head bolts. And another cool feature is the shark tooth clamping, which is the special knurling we developed on the inside of stems to help bite into the knurling on your bar and prevent your bar from slipping even on pretty big impacts. The Logic stems are available in front load, in top load, in both 22.2 and 25.4 oversized clamping, in black and in red, and these are available right now. Also available in our new red colorway for 2020 is the Patrol sprocket, which is now available in a larger 30 tooth and a 33 tooth option for all the guys that really like putting their foot down and getting as much speed as possible. The Patrol sprocket is a light but really strong all-around sprocket. It's got a classic spoke design, is fully CNC'd out of alloy, and is available in 25, 28, 30 and 33 tooth options in black, polished and now red. When we were working on this year's product line, we realized on We The People, our product line has expanded so much that we almost made every single part on a BMX bike. And that was everything other than a chain. So for 2020, we're stoked to bring out 2 new chains we've been designing over the past year or so. First up is the supply chain. The supply chain is a nice, simple BMX chain. We work very closely with one of the biggest chain manufacturers overseas, and we were able to develop something with a nice, clean, traditional look, but with thicker material in the plates and stronger pins. So whilst it might look like a simple chain, the supply chain is actually a lot more durable than others on the market. The supply chain comes with a pre-installed half link and is available in black and in silver, which means you can pretty much take it straight out of the box and put it on any kind of chainstay length sprocket combo. To go with the supply chain, we also brought out the demand chain. So the demand chain is really a super tough street chain. It's got thicker plates, it's got bigger rivets, it's fully heat treated. This chain is designed to take all the abuse our team riders can put through a chain, whether you like grinding, whether you just want something you can put on your bike and not worry about. This really is the perfect full length chain. It also comes with a pre-installed half link, which allows you to assemble it onto any setup straight away without worrying. The demand chain and the supply chain are available now in black and in silver. So all of those products are available in shops now, but we thought we'd give you a sneak peek at some new We The People products, which are actually coming out in a couple of months' time on the next drop. One you've all been asking about is the Dan Crook signature network frame. This is done, it's finalized. Dan has been testing this thing, putting it through its paces for a year, and we couldn't be more happy with how it's held up. One of the really unique features about the network frame is the super short 12.5 chainstay. Dan really wanted the shortest, most maneuverable bike he could have, and we said we'd give that to him. The 12.5 chainstay really is special for us because we designed our own InvestCast yoke wishbone area. What this allows us to do is not only create a stronger connection between the chainstays and the rest of the frame, but it allows you to run the super short chainstay, but still allowing you to run up to a 2.5 tire and a 28 tooth sprocket. So if you're a rider looking for a super short back end frame, the network is a really good solution for you. Some other cool aspects of the network frame is the InvestCast matching seat stay bridge, Dan's special dropout, which is a little bit smaller than most, which allows you to have no hang up on grinds with pegs and hub guards. The frame uses the same hydroform tubing as our Battleship frame. It's got a smoother head tube. It's got a taller 9.15 standover, a taller 11.85 bottom bracket, and is available in 20.5, 20.8 and 21.1 top tube lengths. The network frame also features oversized seat stays to help really stiffen that frame up on hard spins. And this frame is also completely brakeless. Dan Crook signature network frame, available early spring 2020. One thing we've been working on for a couple of years now is our very own flight bag. We have a big international team. All these guys are flying to contests, to trips, And there really wasn't a bike bag on the market that was really doing it for them. So we thought, hey, let's try and work on our own bike bag. And what you see here is not the finished product. This is pretty close to it. We've probably got a little bit more time, a little bit more work on it, but we're really hyped on what we've done so far. So this is the We the People Flight Series bag. The idea was to take a bike bag and reduce it to the smallest possible size, so you don't have the super expensive airline fees. That's one thing. When we started working on this bag, we actually took 5 bike bags on the market, gave them to the pro team to take around the world for a while, and we really tried to find out what they liked, what they didn't like, and how we could put it all together and make the best BMX flight bag on the market. The first thing we did was really look at the materials. We wanted to use the best quality materials possible. We know all the areas where bike bags tend to die over time, so we reinforced all the handles in all the critical areas. We added a lot more handles to the bag, enabling when you're flying, taking it around the world, that you can really comfortably move this thing about. Another real cool feature on this bag was the wheels. That was the first thing that broke on a lot of the bags we tried. So we actually went with a skateboard style urethane wheel with a sealed bearing. This is super stable, and the cool thing is this wheel is completely replaceable. When it comes to actually servicing this bag over time, we're going to offer spare parts. So if you bought a bike bag and eventually you need to replace it, you should be able to do so for a very affordable price. One really great feature about this bag that we got a lot of good feedback from is the telescopic handle. So when you're traveling, you're bringing your bike with you, you can do it really comfortably. The good thing is the telescopic handle on this bike bag really doesn't add that much weight. We went with a really lightweight system that's affordable. So you can essentially bring your bike around with you like a normal luggage bag. So the flight bag is pretty much finished, and we're looking to have that available worldwide around springtime. If you're looking for a really dependable way to get your bike across the world in a safe way you can really rely on it, we're really hyped on this bag. We put a lot of time and effort into it, and guys on the pro team like Felix and Jordan have been loving using this so far. So that's your look at the We the People 2020 frame and parts line, most of which is available now at your local bike shop or favorite online mail order. For more information on anything we do in our product line, please hit us up on Instagram or head to our website, wethepeoplebmx.de.